Yeah, there are a lot of you all asking me one common question, that is, you feel you are good, but you want to be the better version of yourself. So I have already done a video on that, on 8 days to discover yourself. It is there in the playlist. I will put the link below. You can follow it, and a lot of them have been writing positive things regarding it to me. A few of them have contacted me as well. So you can follow that. I would definitely suggest this to people who are trying to be the better version of themselves. You can follow it, and I'm sure you will definitely see some difference in you. Okay. Hi, hello, namaste, welcome to 48 Frames Company. It's been a really long time since I had a session with y'all. As you all know, our country is facing a very bad time with this pandemic coming back again. So I request all of you all to follow the safety protocol and take care of yourself and your family. Let us do our bit, a small little bit that we can do by staying at home and wearing masks, using sanitizers, social distancing. So I know we will overcome this as well. So I've come back to have a small little discussion with you all. I'm very happy that you're liking our success story series, and a lot of them are saying that it is being motivating them and they have been getting answers to the questions that they were looking for. So this makes us really happy. So today I'll be talking on a topic that has been requested by the subscriber. It is about selective mutism. I was doing the series on anxiety, right? Like different issues related to anxiety. So that's where, one of the subscribers asked us to explain about selective mutism. So let me tell you about selective mutism. Now, selective mutism is a fear of talking to a social gathering or a new person or a new family member. So it is basically your inability to interact verbally or in any way with a new person. So when can we get to know about this? This is generally seen in early childhood, as in, when the child moves out of the comfort zone of the house. So maybe from the age of 2 or 4 or 8, during that time. What happens is that we enrolled the children in schools, right, the play schools or kindergarten or whatever, during that age span. And that's when the child goes blank all of a sudden, is not able to talk, okay, is not able to communicate in a social gathering. It can be due to, low self-esteem. It can be out of extreme fear of the person being judgmental, or fear of being insulted, fear of not being accepted. So these are the factors that is making the child go blank. Like it's like a switch off and the child does not talk no matter what. And when we have a discussion with a parent, the parent says that, he is an extremely active child, or she is an extremely active, naughty, bubbly child at home. I really don't know what happened to her once she moved into school or once she met a relative. So this is the normal explanation given by parents when they reach out to us. So you might feel like, what is so great, or what is so weird, or what is so bad about it? See, what we do not understand is the underlying problem it will cause in the future. See, getting grades, sitting quiet, they might be exceptionally good with regard to knowledge. So how do we identify if the child's linguistic skills are good? Like the child is very good at talking and has enough knowledge to share, as in she knows the surroundings, she knows what's happening, age specific I'm saying now. A 2-year-old knows the colors, the name of the animals and everything. They converse really well when they are, once they start going to school. They have stories to tell, they talk to their friends. So 3 years, 4 years, they have lots of stories that the kids keep sharing amongst them, or like with us or anyone who comes. So this is quite normal, right? Where they talk a lot. So they have the required bank of language, required bank of knowledge. But the moment they're exposed to another person or in a gathering or a crowd or school, they just go mute. It's like they have been switched off. So don't you see that there is some kind of a problem? Why the child is behaving like this? It is not shyness, because it is like the extreme side of shyness, because shyness is not that harmful, And this intensity also varies. We cannot say that all of them with selective mutism are like that, but there are some kids, they uh, take a little bit of time and then start talking to one or two kids who are sitting probably on the right and left, and they talk in whispers. They're so scared of their voice being heard by others. Okay, this is also, there are various kinds actually. This is also the smaller version, the moderate version of it. So now, it is not about the first day in school or the first time they're meeting. Every time they meet, for a period of 1 month, if you see this happening once they join school or once they meet a certain relative or a gathering, then there is definitely a problem, right? So we need to help them out. Now, if it is self-esteem or if they have this extreme fear, we need the support system to be built. One, the parent; two, the teachers; and obviously the clinicians. First of all, we need to identify what is the issue in the child. Some of them, they come and they say, I think my son is autistic, my daughter is autistic because he doesn't talk. It's not like that. Having speech issues in autism is one of the symptoms, but it does not mean that when the child is not talking at a certain time, it is just because of autism. No. So it is speech issues is there in autism, but not every speech issue is autism. You get what I'm saying, right? So that's how it is. So once you go and see, first of all, you need to decide on whom you want to meet, which clinician. So as a parent, it is your responsibility to ask few questions with the clinician, like have they treated kids like this? How long does it take? Is there a cure? Is there a treatment? Is there a history of you bringing in change in kids like this? So you should understand, because we should accept in our country there are very few trained people who can deal with this issue in children. Okay, so you should ask few questions, not just randomly take them to anybody and everybody. Okay, so you should know like whom you're taking them to. So ask these questions with them just to have an understanding as in whether this is the right person that you're taking to. So once you build a support system, you can, as a parent, you can bring in one or two friends to talk to them. See, I'm talking in generic situations. Please not come and comment below telling this is lockdown and the kids are not coming. No, not that. I'm talking in generic situations. This is not going to remain forever, right? It's going to change. World is going to be the same very soon. So you have to keep in mind that you bring in one or two kids home, introduce them to talking. We have to bring in the rewards and recognition into it, in the sense the moment the child takes the first step towards socializing or talking or making friends, reward them in some way. Just praise them. They're wonderful. You've got a new friend. You're talking to them. Oh, that's great. Like whatever style you use, however you compliment your little one, you can use that style and compliment them. Now, teachers have to create a close network for the child, help them make friends, praise them, give them small little responsibilities here and there. They might fall, but you can definitely give them a hand and lift them up, right? So that's how it is. And another thing that I want you all to know is, there was when the child has not grown up in this geographical area. Suppose the child was living in a foreign country and the child is used to hearing a particular language, and you bring them to India, to your village, and that particular village speaks the regional language over there. So if that is the case, and if the child is not talking, it is not the case of selective mutism, because like how I told you, they should be having good linguistic skills, like they know to speak the language really well. So here that can be a problem of not knowing the language and going wrong and people making fun of you. So that is a different thing altogether. The moment they get hold of the language, they will be better. But here, they have it in them. They know to talk well, they have content to talk, they have, they want to be friends, but they have extreme fear. Okay. So this is about selective mutism. So what are the few strategies that clinicians will chart for you? One is you can ask them for help to identify what exactly can be the rewards that you can give for a particular age group. What would motivate them? Identify what is it. First of all, they will be able to identify what exactly is the reason that they are, they are going through this. They will be using a lot of behavioral therapies, cognitive behavioral therapy, or they will be using play therapy. So he can chart out various kind of therapies that they can use. So First of all, it is about the child's self-worth being identified, how important he is, how wonderful he is. So the moment the self-confidence comes into place, it can do better for them. Now you might think, what is a big deal if the child is not talking to their peers or not talking to your relatives? Like what is so great about it, or what is so bad about it? Just imagine the child is not going to remain a child forever. So the child is going to grow and go to college, and then after that has to get a job, start a family, and all of this is not about the four wall and the father, mother, and the child. There are a lot of other people involved, isn't it? So it is going to affect them. It's not just about the grades. It's not that these kids do not score well. They do really well in academics, but how will they market themselves, or how will they showcase themselves? How will they get connected to people? How will they live in the society? How can they fare well in their jobs? Is what is going to be affected if this is not taken care. And since this is anxiety related, always there are chances of the child being depressed, moving into depression, having more severe mental health issues in the future. So it is important for us to identify this issue as well. So what I wanted to tell all of you all is that this might be something very silly, and a lot of them might shun them aside by saying my son or my daughter is very shy. It is not that. It is even more painful for them because they would want to talk and they're not able to talk. They are having extreme fear. So as a team, the clinician, the teacher, and the parent should work together, and definitely it will help the child to overcome it. So this was a small little chit chat, or rather not a chit chat, I cannot call it a chit chat. It was just a knowledge exchange. I just wanted to share with you all because this is one of the ignored things. I feel like always they say the child is shy, but not really. The child is not shy, but the child is going through something within himself or herself. So we should extend our hand to help them out. So these are generic things. Each child's case is going to be case specific. Okay. Sometimes they might be due to separation anxiety, or sometimes it might be because of being ridiculed. There can be various reasons, or sometimes there might be a history in the family of someone having anxiety related issues in the past. Okay, so this is what I wanted to say. So I hope you have understood what I'm trying to explain to you all. I will be doing more sessions in the future. If you have liked the video, please do like, and if you think someone will benefit out of it, please do share. And if you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. So once again, stay at home, stay safe, include all of us in your prayers. We should pray for you too. So you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining in.